Cute girls doing cute things. That's the way I'd describe this episode. If I was a sick and twisted bastard, which I am. So yes, that's the way I'm describing this episode. It was a very dark and deep episode, as I'm expecting from Ranpo Kitan. What I didn't expect was for it to end the plot line within the one episode. I really thought this was going to be part of another bigger plot, you know? Like, this is episode 3. The first 2 were linked together. I thought this one would be linked with episode 4. Especially when in the last episode, the mortician said, see you 2 episodes from now. I assumed that was going to be their thing. They were going to have every case be 2 episode long. But no, this one ended within the 1 episode, and it had a very good little storyline. We started off introducing ourselves to new characters. Story went on, we found out about the characters, and by the end, their stories were complete. It was really good. It was done really well, and I loved the hell out of it. So now what actually happened in the episode was Akechi refused a case, for one thing. Which Kobayashi was just not into. She is just about ready... Well, I'm calling her a she. It's a he. He is just about ready to do any case that there is. Even if it means he has to dress like a girl. And my God, did he look perfect as a girl. Like, seriously, I cannot take this guy as a guy anymore. Seeing her in that summer dress, which actually looked like the dress right out of Anohana, the one that Menma wore, which is quite cool. Seeing her in that made her look exactly like a girl. It was messed up. Like, there's no problem with a dude looking like a girl, but goddamn, this one is just a female designed character that happens to be a male character. It's weird. And I love how confused our main guy's love interest thing was. I do not remember his name at all. I am sorry. But the best friend who's clearly in love with Kobayashi and is just always following him around all the time. He was so confused. He was so against the idea at first. He didn't want Kobayashi dressed like a girl. And then as soon as he saw her dressed like a girl, I bet his tune changed. Because he was just staring at her like, oh my God, that's so hot. I want to touch it. Can I touch it? No, you could not touch it. Still, it was quite funny. And then throughout the episode, like even at the end of the episode, Kobayashi was still dressed like a girl because, in his opinion, it might be easier to go around dressed as a girl from now on. So it suits. Like, it really works out. He should just dress like a girl because, I mean, everyone will believe it anyway, so why not? And it's confusing the hell out of the best friend, which is always fun. He did not know what the fuck to do. It's awesome. I'm not sure if the best friend knows he's gay or not. Like, the cross-dressing thing had such a big effect on him that I'm guessing he does like girls. And he must know by now that he's in love with Kobayashi, so I'm not sure how his mentality is working right now. Still fun. Still awesome. Moving on. The actual case throughout this episode was really dark and twisted. First we met the Shadow Man, who wears a bag over his head, a stupid paper bag. It's ridiculous, but at the same time he's such a cool character. That Seiyu, somebody please remind me who that Seiyu is, because I know that voice so well. And I'm sure when I see his name written down, I'll be like, oh yeah, he's this guy and that guy and that guy, because I know that voice. But right now I can't think of the Seiyu's name, and I can't think of anything else he's been in. And that really annoys me, because that voice is so awesome. And he was so good in this episode. The story with the little girl, and again, I didn't remember the little girl's name, sorry. Cute little girl. So adorable, was hospitalized, was gonna die at one point because her father couldn't pay for the surgery. Shadow Man paid for the surgery, probably used all of his money doing it, since after that he could barely afford food or anything. And he was just happy that she was gonna be happy. And then this piece of shit child abductor weirdo kidnapped her and killed her in a pretty gruesome way again, like a really gruesome and messed up way. Apparently, what he did, cover your ears if you're under 15, I guess, is crushed her up to the point where she was probably like powder and paste, and then mixed her with cement and made basically a statue out of her. Because that's the bit that I find weird. There was on the wall, they all looked exactly like the girls that had been kidnapped. So I find it weird that he crushed them down, mixed them into the cement, and then made a really perfect statue out of them. I just assumed while seeing the things that he just covered them in cement. But no, apparently he went to all the trouble of then remaking them into perfect models of themselves. So again, a really psychopathic killer in this world. And it's really played down by how funny the rest of it is. Like, Shadow Man was really funny with his little paper bag. But this guy that we met was not. He was completely insane. Dude was huge and ridiculously strong for some reason. Either that or Shadow Man was weak. But I mean, the dude was huge but not muscly, just huge, fat huge. And yet he was slapping Shadow Man across the face like he wasn't anything. But I just loved how Shadow Man clung the fuck onto him and wouldn't let go. Like, the bad guy just kept kicking him and was so pissed off and really wanted to get rid of him, and Shadow Man was just not having any of it. Held him right until the police came. Probably saved Kobayashi's life, actually. Because they would have known something was up with Kobayashi at that point and probably grounded him down into paste and bone and... Ugh. Again, deep, dark, messed up murders in this anime. I like it. It's got unique killings, which is awesome, but I'm not sure that it blends well with everything else. Like, I like the way it contrasts with everything else, so I shouldn't really be saying that. I just do find it weird how they have such gruesome killings and then such funny situations in between. The little cross-dressing hijinks feel so out of place compared to everything else. But I mean, best part of the episode, like, we knew Akechi was based off of Sherlock Holmes, so he'd probably have that same kind of fighting skill as Sherlock. But still, this episode, oh my god, that beatdown he gave to the obese child abductor was amazing. He just smacked the shit out of him using his elbows, his fist, his leg, everything. And it seems like his condition makes him really frail in general, and that's probably why he has to take the painkillers. Because after that little beatdown, suddenly he was just seriously damaged by it. Like, at the end, he was putting gel packs all over himself and ice packs and all kinds of shit. So he must have been in a lot of pain, even though he was the one doing the proper fighting there. So, yeah, either he just hit so hard that it hurts him as well, or his condition, weakens his body in a way that just little amounts of damage seem like a lot to him and break him in certain ways. This kidnapper guy was so messed up in the head, and his mum was just going along with it, and they even said that he'd done this kind of thing before and gotten away with it just because of a mental issue. That's so fucked up. And you gotta feel bad for the girls that were just sitting there in the house, like, resigned to their fates, basically, doing what they had to survive. Ugh. Just be happy that he doesn't do anything unless they go against his wishes, I guess. But who knows, maybe they're just hiding some of the darker details of what he actually did to the girls that he kept from us. I guess. Still, I don't even want to think about it. Ugh. Great episode, really dark. Really made you feel things, especially for poor Shadow Man, man. But yeah, the way he was walking away with the tear dropping down his face. Like, he is a weird character because he's still kind of creepy. Like, I get that he loves little girls in a non-pedophile way, but it's still kind of creepy how he obsesses over them and says they're pretty much like God. And he went to that much trouble for a little girl that you've never met. Like, you got to respect the guy and at the same time be a little bit creeped out by him. But the amount that he lost in this episode is just so horrible. Really, really sad. Like, he put everything into making sure the girl would be happy. And that was all just stolen away from her by some dickhead who wanted to play with her as if she was a toy. So yeah, a little bit disgusted by this episode, but yeah, loved the hell out of it. It brought out a lot of emotion and I enjoyed the ride. So thanks for listening, guys. Let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments section below. Especially about that cute little girl. And what you think about Shadow Man. Are you as wary of him as I am? Or are you just like, he's a gentlemanly kind of weirdo. He's fine. Or are you like, nope, 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 nope. Just completely nope. Let me know. And like if you enjoyed the review. Subscribe if you haven't to see more. And I will definitely see you guys next time. Please do check out the video I uploaded before this if you haven't seen it yet about the live event that's happening this Saturday. I hope a lot of you guys can be there to talk about the anime from this summer so far. See you next time.